Okay, welcome to the channel, Reverend Dr. J.W. Morrison, Theologist, Central Coast, New South Wales, Australia. Thank you for joining me, and it's been interesting for 4 months or so, going through the breakup motions and all the rest of it, rumination, contemplation, self-introspection, shame, guilt, all those things that come with a breakup. And it takes time. No alcohol, no drugs, prayer, meditation, therapy, counseling, double checking on myself, where I could have done better, etc. Self-improvement, mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional. Self-accountability, self-responsibility. I gave a full explanation of why the breakup happened, and that was really all I could do in terms of then waiting it out for the healing. And healing takes time, and that's what I've done. I've gone through, and I'm still going through, the healing processes and the after effects of it all. The thing is, if you're on top of your life and you're trying to present the best version of yourself and you're just running into problems, you can't be heartless, but you've got to be real. And I just got to the point where it was too much for me. You can see the scriptures there on the left, Proverbs 20, which I've been using a bit. And I apologise for the video I did down at when I'd come in from winging and it was really windy. I think it was the one before this. I do apologise for the quality of that, which was not acceptable. In Proverbs 20 and verse 1, it says, "Wine is a mocker, strong drink is a brawler, and whoever is led astray by them is not wise." And you don't have to go into the ancient writings to find that out. We all learn pretty quick in life that substances, medications, alcohol, all of this sort of stuff leads to brawling, and you mock each other and you go astray. Ultimately, you're led astray from what you're supposed to be. That's the problem with it all. And when these sort of aggravations come into people's lives, then you get the next verse, which is the terror of a king. And the king speaks of that part inside you that knows what's right in the spiritual sense. And as you're being aggravated by the substances and the foolishness of the alcohol and all the rest of it, there's something that begins to stir inside you that wants to confront the issue. The authority inside you that will not tolerate things that are not going to push forward in life will rise up. Now, I don't care if you're an addict or an alcoholic or whatever you are yourself, you will have this reaction as well, because you can only take so much. Some of you have lost marriages because of alcohol and drugs and other stuff, and some of you are still doing it, even though you lost your relationship, which is absolutely like get with the program stuff. You got to get with the program, some of you people, before it all gets away on you. But people will manifest. People don't like this kind of foolishness. It will catch up with you. And whoever provokes these people forfeits their own life. They forfeit the representation of themselves because they're provoking anger in the person that they're with, in the relationships, because that's what this stuff does. Now you might say, well, I'm a functioning addict, there's no such thing. We're not in your head, but I can imagine what goes on inside it. So if you want to provoke your partner and bring out their wrath, You go on with your substance abuse and your alcohol abuse and all your other abuses and end up on your own, because you will. I don't care if you're with another alcoholic or whatever it is, you will end up on your own, because there is an instinct, human side to our nature that will oppose it, even if you're doing it yourself. It causes division because it provokes contempt in us, and we forfeit our representation of ourself, which always leads to a dispute, right? A dispute. It's honourable for a person to resolve a dispute, but any fool will quarrel, and that's coming back to this. It just causes quarrels because it's antagonistic. It's undermining who we are. It's turning the person into another person or several other persons, and you cannot resolve disputes. I've seen the alcoholics and the devil's lettuce people and all the others. They just don't get to the bottom of their problems because they're trying to push the problem away with the use of their medications, substances and alcohol. You might say, well, it makes you feel better. Yeah, it might make you, look, honestly, dead set. Riding a motorbike at 200 mile an hour makes me feel better too, but if I fall off, guess what? Bye-bye. Some things will make, ice makes people feel better, but where do they end up? Okay, stop and think about it. Alcohol makes people feel better, but where do they end up? Getting their livers chopped out, they die early. No. And it's hard. See, you lose your honour. That's basically what these two verses are trying to warn against, losing your honour. Because it's honourable to be able to resolve a dispute, but what if the dispute is the actual substances themselves? Alright, what if the dispute is coming from the use of these things in themselves, and this is where the aggravation's coming from, and this is where the undermining of your life's coming from. Are you with me in the Spirit? We're using the scriptures by the Spirit. I've done this on purpose to show you how you've got to spiritually be able to interpret the scriptures. A lot of you are quoting yourselves to be Christians and this, that and the other. Well, let's get some scriptures up on the screen. Some of you narcissists dealing with Christians dealing with narcissists. Show them how it works through the scriptures. The scriptures are living. They'll change people. So you can't resolve the disputes properly if you're not all there. These things make you, move you, no matter how you feel, into the foolish realm. And it provokes people to anger. They get the shits with it. People won't put up with it after a while. And whoever provokes your loved ones to anger, right, because of your habits, you forfeit who you are in their lives. You're undermining yourself because you can't resolve yourself. The dispute is yourself. Okay? This is the dispute. It's how you're treating yourself, which is affecting those around you, which makes you look like a fool. Are you with me in the Spirit? Come on, you just want to play with the scriptures? Let's go. Let's play with the scriptures. Let's see what really is going on here, because it's in your face. It's the mirror. It's the mirror. This is the mirror. If you want to go internal, do the work, and it's hard work to manage the scriptures. You'll all get down the gym and push weights. Well, get your mind and your spirit around this and see how heavy it is. You want to be honourable? Number one, deal with the dispute. Resolve the dispute, which is inside yourself, usually, to start with. Because any fool, 1, 2, 3, can quarrel. But guess what? There's people that are just going to say, I quarrel no more. I've had enough. Take your foolish quarrelsome lifestyle somewhere else. Because guess what? Come on, read it. Let's go. You want to know what this is all about? You want to know what this means? This is what it means. If you're in a relationship and you're not plowing into that relationship when you're supposed to be, guess what? You're a slacker, which is a person that causes quarrels, which is a person that doesn't resolve disputes, which makes the people around them angry, which undermines who they are, which leads them astray into a world of their own, and guess where they end up? They look at the time of harvest, but guess what? There's nothing there. Where do you end up? On your own. Now, you want to take on the narcissist? It's easy. It's easy. They're led astray by their narcissism. It will make you angry and you'll want to roar. Don't push it back. If they provoke you, guess what? If somebody's provoking you, they're forfeiting their position in your life because they cannot resolve the dispute within themselves. And any fool can quarrel, right? You don't want to be quarreling. We've quarreled enough, because the whole thing is they're a slacker. They're not doing the work when they're supposed to. And when they look around and they've worn everybody out, guess what? Nothing is there. That's how you use the scriptures in the spirit. You want to deal with the narcissist? You have every right to roar like a lion if you're being used, abused, and mistreated. Because the person's forfeiting. They're forfeiting any valid representation of themselves in your life. Okay? And we're just scratching the surface. Come on, get back to your pedigree. Get these scriptures down. Get to learn how to use these scriptures in the spirit to give yourself strength over these people that are slackers. They're slackers, and you know it, and you're doing nothing. I'm Reverend Dr. J.W. Morrison, theologist. That's who I am. Thank you for joining me, and bye for now.